Joe Biden, I'm sorry, Joe Biden was being interviewed by CBS. And this reporter, I don't know who the reporter is, but he asked a question that I believe is a valid question. And he asked Joe Biden this question, and Joe Biden gave one of the craziest, most ridiculous, most insulting answers ever. I couldn't follow it. I'm not sure where it came from, and I'm not sure what it had to do with the question at all. But here is the question that Joe Biden was asked. It was about a cognitive test.
Have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test?
Why the hell would I take a test? Well, I have about 42 different sound bites and video clips that would be proof positive that anyone would require you to take a cognitive test. Ironically, after Joe Biden asks the reporter, why the hell would I take a cognitive test? He goes on to prove exactly why he needs a cognitive test. Here's his answer.
Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, if you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not, what do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
I don't understand what that even means. Also, it's a horrible metaphor because taking a cognitive test before you become president of the United States proves that you have the mental capacity to do the job. Taking a cocaine test or a drug test is, I think, what he's trying to say, before you go on to broadcast a television show or a radio show or a news show of some kind, that just shows if you're impaired by a foreign substance. Then it gets really weird because the reporter goes on to ask him, how would you answer Donald Trump, who's begging you to take this test?
What do you say to President Trump, who brags about his tests and makes your mental state an issue for voters?
And here's what Joe Biden says. Listen carefully.
Come on, man. I know you're trying to goad me, but I mean, I'm so forward looking to have an opportunity to sit with the president or stand with the president in debates.
He's so forward looking to it. I am so forward looking to standing or sitting or, laying down, kneeling. I don't know what position it will be in, but whatever it is, I am so forward looking to it. And then Joe Biden, says probably the most perfect thing Joe Biden has ever said under the circumstances.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
While trying to say the word mental fitness, he stumbles, not once, but twice.
Physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
The most important part of this whole thing is that Joe Biden is lying. Joe Biden is lying because in this interview this morning, they asked him, did you take a test? And he said, no, I did not.
Have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test?
All right, why the hell would I take a test? I'm totally mentally fit. But if you'll remember back a couple of weeks ago when he was doing one of his many pre-planned press conferences in Wilmington, Delaware, he was asked a similar question by a reporter, and he said this.
Have you been tested for some degree of cognitive decline?
I've been tested and I'm constantly tested.
I've been tested and I'm constantly tested was his answer. Not only have I been tested, but I'm constantly tested. However, this morning...
Have you taken a cognitive test?
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test?
Well, wait a minute. Now, which is it? Is Joe Biden taking the test constantly or is he not taking the test at all? He's never been tested or he's tested every single day. Either way, when he goes out and he answers these questions and he does these press conferences, he proves one thing and one thing alone, that he is nowhere near in the mental and physical capacity to be president of the United States. Also, he's a liar.